Man, sorry to Ohm's Law listeners, but I don't know if you can see this, but well, I'm sure the Ohm's Law podcast listeners can't see it, but this is the face of Von Miller. He must be some football player. Man, he is one mean-looking guy. Yikes! I don't want to run up against him. I guess he's a big-time football player, and our guys here, the workers, are. Oh boy, they are big Broncos fans, and then we've got our great guy, a kid that works in the back to build our power plants, and his name is Dallas, and, because he loves the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not a football guy. Anyway, forgive me, we're off onto football. So, what speakers have resolving power? Joe in Orlando Park, Illinois wants to know. Hey, Paul, I really enjoy watching your videos. Thank you very much, Joe. And as a result, my interest in PS Audio has increased. Woohoo! Nice. Hopefully, what I'm really hoping for is that your interest in audio, and two-channel audio in particular, increases. And maybe we'll talk about why two-channel is so important. It seems about 25% of the time you mention how resolving your Infinity speakers are. Yep. Well, that's wonderful, but considering most of your audience will never get a chance to hear them and even fewer to own them, what of the speakers, without risk of being sued, would you consider to be resolving? I'm not worried about getting sued. I would, well, first off, yeah, the Infinity speakers are extremely resolving, and that's one of the reasons we use them as our reference system, because that allows us, when we voice our equipment, to hear minute details and imaging and everything we need to know about the quality of the amplifiers and the DACs and things that we're building. So that's very important that you have highly resolving speakers. And to be honest, the majority of speakers in the world today for consumer audio are not what I would call resolving. They are pleasant. So it really depends what you want. I have a number of friends who have very pleasant stereos. Maybe it's a Sonos, or perhaps it's I don't know, any number of just consumer audio speakers, goodness, that are pleasing to listen to, but really don't resolve any differences. And they're just mediocre kinds of speakers. And that's what most people have. Most people are happy as clams with it. But for those of us who want something better, who understand that a quality two-channel system is a chance for us to leave our screens behind. God, our life is filled and covered with screens. Your phone has a screen. Refrigerators have screens. You look at a screen all day on at work. Screens, television screens, computer screens. We're bombarded by video and screens. We need relief. Two-channel audio is that relief. Two-channel audio puts you in a space that is almost impossible to get anywhere else. It's magic. It takes us out of this crazy world that's getting even crazier, and puts us in a wonderful place to hear music, to hear the kind of music you like presented without a screen. And when people show up here to PS Audio for a tour, which you're always welcome to do, and we encourage you to come. It doesn't matter if you see the big speakers, or soon we'll have littler speakers, and we're going to have some more listening rooms. You'll discover that the two-channel listening experience is unlike anything else in the world. It's not the same as in your car. It's not the same as headphones. Having a pair of speakers in your living room without benefit of a screen is just something that you have to experience to really understand the power of it. And when you get involved in that, and you actually sit down and listen, even if it's just background, you want to have resolution in your speakers. You want to be able to have resolving power, because the greater the resolving power in your electronics and in your loudspeakers, the more exciting and magical the two-channel audio experience becomes. So again, it's like food. Most people go out and eat a burger. Yeah, good, okay. It's not an amazing experience. It really isn't. If for the few of you that want to have an amazing magical experience, you need a highly resolving system in a decent room. And it doesn't have to be expensive. So some of the speakers, okay, just to answer his question, Magnaplaners. You can pick up a pair of Maggies for a couple of grand. On the used market for even less. Magnaplaners, oh, if you add a subwoofer to a set of Maggies, you're in heaven. Highly resolving loudspeakers, not expensive. Go to Magnaplaner and look. I mean, now, granted, they're dorky in the way that they look, and most households have to be tolerant to have Maggies because they're these kind of, well, go look at them. But they're very resolving. Klipsch makes a whole bunch of speakers. Most of them are crap, but there are a lot of good Klipsch speakers. So talk to your dealer, talk to us. There are good models of Klipsch. Elacs. Elacs are some of the lower cost speakers on the market today. Hundreds of dollars, not thousands. And a set of Elacs can be very resolving, very high resolution loudspeakers. What's our buddy? Albert von Schweikert. Von Schweikert makes great loudspeakers, and I think they're a little expensive. Highly resolving loudspeakers. Who else? B&W. They're a little too resolving for my tastes. They're to the point of being sharp, and you have to tone those puppies down with proper electronics. But hey, it's probably one of the largest selling loudspeaker brands in the world. So B&W makes great resolving speakers, and just make sure they're to your taste. Focal, French company. We played the Focals at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest, and it was great. So there are a number of excellent resolving speakers that run the gamut from a couple of $100 up to many thousand. And it doesn't have to be the Infinity IRS, because there were only 58 pair of these ever made, so don't worry about it. And when PS Audio comes out with our loudspeakers sometime in 2019, you'll have yet another choice of resolution-centric loudspeakers that will just bring magic into your house. And that's what it's all about. All right. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.